I'd like to welcome everybody back to the Hidden Agendas Report. And I want to apologize because I know that I told everyone that today's episode would be about Carl Douglas Towhead White. Fortunately or unfortunately, the way that you wish to look at it, I was extended the opportunity to work with someone on another cold case, and that kind of consumed my schedule for production this week. Now, I believe what we will do is put the episode about Towhead up on Buford Pusser, The Other Story. We'll have it as a video here on YouTube on this coming Thursday. We really don't have a program that I can put out there today, except that I would like to say to all those Buford Pusser fans that we are planning to do our May tour on May 15th for law enforcement officers or those that have been affiliated with a law enforcement agency on Friday, May 15th. And then on Saturday, the 16th, we'll be doing the general public tour. We're going to go to all the typical Pusser sites where he was killed. We'll go to the family grave plots. We will then go to the museum. It's always interesting to go through there. Regardless of what people say, I really do support the museum because I do think it's an interesting place. We'll spend some time there. That's the only part of the tour where there is a charge, because the museum does have an admission fee that you would have to pay to get into that. Other than that, the tour is free. We'll spend some time at the museum, and then we'll take the route that Buford and Pauline took the morning of August 12th, 1967. For most people, that just really convinces them that Buford murdered Pauline. They look at that course, they wonder why that he would drive that route, why he would claim that he was driving 80 and 90 miles an hour on roads that were in poor condition, why that he went down New Hope Road rather than the State Line Road, close to sea, that was so important. We'll then go to the church where the Cadillac, was supposed to be hiding and wait for him to pass by. We'll take a little time there. We'll discuss things, and then we'll get back on the road and we'll go down to the first ambush site, which is only 7/10 of a mile away. And of course, Buford's story was that they were driving that in the dark with no headlights. Makes no sense. When we get down to the first ambush site, we'll stop there, discuss things. We'll leave that point, go to the second ambush site, and here again, we'll stop. Both of those and the museum, the cemetery, the site where Buford lost his life, are all excellent photo opportunities. So bring your cameras. Now, beyond that, we'll leave the second ambush site. We'll drive only a mile until we get down to Highway 45. And that is where that the state line establishments were. You'll see where the Shamrock was, where the Plantation Club was, the White Iris, and again, a lot of people like to take pictures, even though there's not much left. Last time I was over there in October, the White Iris was still standing, but it was heavily damaged and not a safe place to get into. As a matter of fact, they don't want you in there. As we leave there, we'll drive down. Won't go very far at all. We'll see where Sheriff James Dickey lost his life in that auto accident. We'll see where Hollis Jordan's club sat. And from that point, if we have time, we'll swing down Guys Chihuahua Road. And we'll see where the Old Hickory Grill was, where Willie B's was, and if we have time, we'll even swing by where Pearl Wade used to live. We'll get back on track and go down to Eastview. We'll see where McCoy's store was, where Buford was found the morning of the ambush, he and Pauline. It's right there on the highway, but we'll do a slow drive-by so you can get photos of the place. The store is not still standing, it's just the location. We'll go on down to where the gun exchange took place in Eastview. Dennis Hathcock will probably tell us about several of things along these on this route, several different sites, like the ambush sites, like the gun exchange location. And then we'll go on down to the county courthouse, to the jail. And like I always say, we'll take a tour of the jail. Some of you, we may lock up and leave there. We don't know. We haven't decided. It just depends on who you are. And then later that evening, a lot of us always like to get together for dinner. And so there is that. So if you'd like to come, start watching my Facebook page, Buford Pusser, The Other Story. And we'd like to get a count of about how many people are going to be there so we'll know what to prepare for. At any rate, again, I apologize for not having an episode today, but I just felt like that being able to assist a little bit with this current cold case was more important, and it's something that I'll have an episode about a little bit later on, and it's a case that you'll be very familiar with. I seriously doubt that we'll be able to close it the way that we did with the Pusser situation, but at least it'll be interesting. You'll know our thoughts. You'll know what we found. So there is that. And at this point, I think I'll just let it go from here. So with that, let me just end like I always do by saying truth has no agenda. And thanks for watching.